Hi guys, it's Mahearama serving you the... I'm trying to get a good shot. Shoulder look with some brow talk. Hey.
Like 4 a.m. Why the hell I just text my ex? Pull up on her for that late night fix. I know you got a man, but he ain't like this. She been down since nothing. Now I'm on, shake it's everything. I'm thinking she the one for me, but I still can't let him get one up on me.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I will be showing you guys a couple of eyebrow techniques and what products I use in order to achieve them. Keep on watching. The high school brow. This may not be your high school brow, but this was mine. And in fact, it's actually a lot better than it was before because I have the habit of creating that framed shape, which I had no knowledge of back in high school. Thank you, friends, for looking out for me. Never. But as you guys can see, the elongated tail all the way down to the beauty mark. I always had to have it touch the beauty mark. I know. I didn't really do it precisely, but back in the day, my eyebrows didn't even go this far. I would always pluck the center down here. I'm just gonna mark a line right there. Yeah, see that? This never used to be there, so I probably should have concealed that. So just picture that. So picture a long tail with a head that only reached right there. Can you guys see what I'm trying to depict? I used to use, I believe it was a black or brown eyeliner pencil. Instead of, you know how the correct way to do little by little, I would go heavy-handed and draw that line that I wanted, just like that. Oh, look, I broke. Very hard with no brushing, and then for anything that I didn't like, if it were to bleed down or bleed up, I would just wipe it off with a Q-tip out the door. So every time I would take a picture, I would always have to blur out the edges because, see when I smile? The tail is downwards, like hello. Let's say I were to take off this tail. Keep in mind that my eyebrows are drastically different from how they were before, my natural brow. This right brow is sort of grown out. As you can see, it's a little sparse at the end, so that's where I have to draw out that tail with more emphasis. Picture that wasn't there before. I would draw that line heavily, then throughout the day when I'm sweating, because no one knew what setting powder was back in the day, it would bleed and I would have all this black smudge all the way down here. Nobody never tell me nothing. Then I would tell me, hey girl, fix your shit because you look like shit. As you can see, do you notice how underneath my brow it's not as filled in as the top? All these areas where there are sparse, you know, little to no hairs, I would just pluck them because I felt like it wasn't a perfect brow, so I didn't need them. Wherever it was dark and nice and filled, I would keep that part. So that's what created that thin ass pencil eyebrow that we all know today as you fucked up. Yeah. Then there was the thick brow, which I still love. I love the thick brow phase, but of course there are details, lines, and strokes that go into creating that thick bushy brow, right? I never knew any of that, so there was a time where I just wanted a straight thick brow. That's just what I was into. It was very Audrey Hepburn on Halloween. So the arch was no longer there. I didn't care for the arch. Areas where my natural brow would create that arch, I would just make it disappear by filling it out more at the bottom. Does that make sense? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Even when I had the arch, let me just do it for you guys. Even when I had the arch here, I would just fill it out like so. And I would just wipe whatever with a Q-tip, just like that. I look confused. As most of you guys know by now, a good eyebrow means a good frame for your face. You can have the best makeup. You don't have a good brow, it don't matter.
Like seeing a man with a chiseled body and dirty fingernails.
Yeah, seeing a man with chiseled body and dirty fingernails. That's actually true though. You can be very good looking, but if I know you have dirty toes, I'm sorry, it's a no-go. Cut, you done! So with that in mind, I'm going to show you guys how I do my brow for whatever occasion and for whatever reason I choose to do that eyebrow technique. Using a few simple products, affordable products. Keep on watching. The products that I use for my brow of the day are Homer's glue stick, some concealer, a clear brow gel, colored brow gel, some brow powder, a flat shader brush, and a small fluffy brush with some setting powder. Majority of the eyebrow techniques that I'm going to share with you guys, they do involve using the concealer. The first and most easy way to do my brow, all I need is a brow pencil. This is the Revlon Color Stay. Cat fur does not come with it. I usually get this one because, oh look, I'm at the end. I gotta buy a new one, bro. I prefer using the ColourPop brow pencil because it's a lot thinner, so that when I create those hairline strokes, it's more realistic. But this is at the drugstore. It's easy access. It's still easy to work with. I like the amount of product that comes out while I'm doing it. It makes for a faster and easy, quick brow. Out the door, to my job, ready to go. Okay, here we go now. So, you ready? Starting from the center of the eye, going very lightly, I'll trace that outline. Sticking as close to the mass of brow hairs as possible. Trying my best to create a natural arch. This is where it gets a little difficult for me because my eyebrows grow a lot more down towards the end than it does towards the center. Does that make sense? So that when I create that natural arch, it tends to go down more here because get choke fucking hairs down here and no more hairs over here. Okay? Got it? So I'm just gonna use my fingertips this time. Once I get that lower outline done, I'll go back in and try to perfect it a little and then brush it out. Sometimes I'll go from the top as well. You know how we have eyebrow hairs growing from the top? I'll try to outline that as well, trying to even that shape out. This will also create a thicker brow, but sticking close to your natural shape. So you kind of want to use your natural brow hair as...
Kind of like a ruler.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, baby. Like a ruler, a guideline. You don't want to go anywhere past that natural brow. You want to stick to that, but use those natural brows to your advantage. And then honestly, guys, at this point, if there's any mess that I don't want, I just wipe it away with a Q-tip or a piece of makeup wipe. Like so. Next, I'll take eyebrow powder. This is the also Revlon Color Stay Brow Kit in dark brown. I love these brow powders because it's such the perfect shade for me. It has a cool tone, you know, it's like a gray dark brown. I would take a angled brush, dip in a little in that, tap off the excess. So you see where that, whoa, I got really loud. Do you see the center of the brow where it's a little bit sparse? I'll fill it in with that eyebrow pencil. I'll try to go at an upward angle. Trying my best not to create a box shape, even though that does tend to happen. And then I'll fill it in. Following the guideline at the top, blend that powder into the brow pencil that I used. Okay, almost there. Next, I'll brush that to further blend it. This would be the most difficult part. You brush your eyebrows up, right? But they tend to fall back down naturally. So you want to find a product that will help you maintain that shape. You can use a brow gel, which is what we are going to do right now. Should I do a clear brow gel or a colored brow gel? A clear brow gel, it's very easy to use because if you do mess up and you get off your eyebrow, no one's going to see it because it's clear. A colored brow gel is beneficial because it'll create a more thicker, bushier brow because it creates volume in it. But if you mess up, you'll be able to see it. So I try my best to wipe off the excess on the colored brow gel. You said colored, right?
No, I said clear.
Oh, you said clear. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use the clear. So because we are using the clear, we can just go ham. Don't worry about the excess. Just run it through. I don't care for the clear brow gel. At least this clear brow gel because it's so wet. I don't know if it works or not. I guess I'm just not used to it. Before brow, after brow. See how fast that was? Normally I omit the clear brow gel and I just make what it does, use the brow pencil and brush it out and I'm out the door. So now let's go on to our next brow technique. The next eyebrow technique that I will share with you guys involves Elmer's glue. I will take this cheap motherfucking product you can get anywhere, run it through. I did share with you guys in a previous video how I used these Elmer's glue and I got a little bit better at it and I'll show you a different way of how I do it. Same thing, I run it lightly through the brow, but instead of pasting the brow with a paper towel, I'm going to leave it as it is and brush it through with my brow spoolie. While the brow is still wet with the glue, I will brush it and manipulate it. Then when I get towards that sparse area, I sort of brush some back down to fill those empty spaces up slightly. Then use the brow pencil, draw hair-like strokes on the sparse areas. I have a list. Using the very tip, lightly brushing upwards. Because this isn't a fine tip, it won't create the finest hair strokes, but it will focus on filling only the empty spaces. Brush it through, continuing throughout the brow. Baby, you should tell them your brow story.
No.
I will show you a picture right here.
No. You're not showing anything.
Brows are a personal story.
Yeah, person, don't tell my story.
But I feel like that's something that everyone should embrace. Does anybody get obsessive over just brushing through them? And yes, I did only paint one hand with nail polish. It's trendy. Taking the brow powder, fill that in. I've grown to embrace the sparse areas in a way where it's part of my natural brow. So I try to enhance it as much as possible by just giving it more depth and more color, more shading, you know? With those two techniques to choose from, there is concealer to help carve out that certain shape that I want. My natural shape tends to have a soft arch. As you gradually get towards the outer, it'll arch right here, and then typically my goal is to keep it at that arch. Instead of going down, I want it to be a soft arch going more outward. So sometimes my eyebrows go down here and sometimes my eyebrows do it this way, so I train for aim to keep it out that way, and that's why we have the concealer. I'm going to show you how I use my concealer to perfect it. This is the Master Conceal, the Maybelline Camouflaging Concealer. This is the medium deep shade 50. Just a little dollop right there. Take that flat angled brush. It doesn't have to be this shape, it can just be any thin concealer brush. Take some at the end of the bristles and then wipe off the excess. Starting from the end where the arch is desired, I'll conceal and start shaping that. I never used to conceal my brows. I'm so happy I started because it makes a huge difference. Ooh, arch is getting strong, arch is getting strong. Hold up. Wait a minute, let me put less arch up in it. Do note that I'm not wearing any foundation in this tutorial, so it does look a little crazy in here, but just keep in mind that always gets blended out by the foundation. I'm gonna finish this eyebrow off camera to give you guys a better look on how much of a great difference this concealer does for me. Hold on, let me spray some rose water because after wiping off all that eyebrow, my skin is irritated.
You have a bubble in your hair.
She thirsty as well. So that's it for today, guys. Very short video. I wanted to go in a little bit depth of my long brow pass. My brows went through some shit. I try my best not to touch my brows. I just let them grow out. Whatever areas that it does grow underneath the brow, all down here, that's where I'll pluck it myself. As far as this goes, I don't touch it. I leave it alone. I leave it for the gods. That's what we have makeup for. Sometimes I'll trim them. I shouldn't though, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I would like to end this video with a little segment. The usual. Inspire to
Aspire.
yeah.
My girlfriend's awesome.
My girlfriend, Giselle, who also filmed my video, she just put out her own website. I'll leave the link in the description down below for you guys to check out. She just showed me her biography and it was so cute. As some of you guys may know, my girlfriend is an aspiring photographer. Long story short, I'm inspired by her. We are both working our way slowly to achieve our goals and achieve our dreams with each other and doing our own passion. Oh my gosh, I could cry. Let's not cry. Let's not cry.
I know, what the heck?
That's the most recent inspirational thought I could think of. It's a wonderful feeling to have someone in your life and to have
Baby!
to have someone to share your life with who also has the same kind of passions and goals as you do, and to just be on this journey with you is a beautiful thing. And yeah.
Stop crying.
Oh my
Be
God.
cute for the media.
It's my menstrual cycle. With that inspiration, I aspire to be the best that I can be and to film for you guys, no matter how little of an audience I may have. Just doing this fills my heart, fills my soul, and it makes me happy. And I'm happy to share that experience with you guys. Until next time, bye. Oh, but wait. Stay hungry, but always stay humble. I only wanna die alive if I have an ugly brow. Wipe it all off. This is turning sexual. Love yourself, love your brow. Love yourself, that's how. You ain't gotta worry about it. Why do I always snap? Pig.
Come on, you do better than